interesting. Speech number 2 will be performed by Mr. John Greene. His evaluator will be Joe Peterson. Joe?
John is speaking out of the Competent Communication Manual, Project 7, Research Your Topic, and his objectives are to collect information about his topic from numerous sources and to carefully support his points and opinions with specific facts, examples, and illustrations gathered through research. His time is 5 to 7 minutes.
John is a member of Save Kids Washoe County. Save Kids is a community coalition that focuses on preventable childhood injuries and deaths. This afternoon, John is going to talk about one issue that Save Kids is involved in. Please be advised that the content of this speech may cause you to have an emotional reaction. Preventable deaths, John Greene. John Greene, preventable deaths.
Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, I want you to picture for a moment a courtroom. And in that courtroom is an active criminal trial, a manslaughter trial. Miles Harrison, a 49-year-old upper middle class or lower upper class advertising executive, is on trial. He is on trial because he left his 18-month-old child in a car, and the child died of heat, hypothermia. 41 children this year have died because they've been left in cars, according to the Department of Geosciences at Fresno State University, which tracks these types of deaths. Now, before I go into why this happens, I would like to tell you of an experiment that was done by TV station KSHB in Kansas City, Kansas. And if this sounds familiar, what I'm about to tell you, you may have seen it on Channel 2, because Mike Alger has done the same thing. 11 in the morning, they put a thermometer in a car. The temperature in the car and outside, 80 degrees. Windows rolled up. 10 minutes later, it's 120 degrees inside that car. It doesn't take long for an infant to succumb to that heat. Why does this happen, and who does it happen to? It happens to a full cross range of people, all religions, all economic groups, all socioeconomic groups. This is not an issue of poverty versus wealth. What happens is, according to the research, and one of the leaders in this research is a woman by the name of Jeanette Fresnel, who is the president and founder of Kids and Cars. And they have an excellent website, kidsandcars.com, that addresses this very issue. We all have routines. And if our routine is changed, well, we forget things. What happened in this trial that we were talking about? What happened was that Mr. Harrison normally does not take his child to daycare. But that morning, he didn't. Put the kid in the car, headed off to work, got a phone call, had to make a stop, got back in the car, and remember, the car seat's in the back of the car, the back of an SUV. Drives to work, gets out, and goes into work. The child is still in the car. This death was preventable, as all of them are. The Washington Post ran an excellent series that used this particular case as a lead. Gene Weingarten won the Pulitzer Prize for writing this series that appeared in the Washington Post. Now, the question is, what can be done to prevent these types of deaths? Well, there are a number of things that can be done. First of all, if we have a child in the back of the car, let's put something in the back that we need. Next to that child, as recommended by Cars and Kids, or Kids and Cars, excuse me, put your briefcase, put your purse. If there's something else you're going to take with you when you get out of the car, put it there. That is going to serve as a reminder. You will start to leave your car and you'll think, I don't have my briefcase. You open the back of the car. Oops, little Tommy is in the back of the car. That's number one thing you can do. Number two, there's a very simple device that's recently been invented that's about to be marketed. And what this device is, it's electronic. And there's a transmitter that clips onto the car seat. If you move more than a certain distance from the car, the companion receiver starts beeping as a reminder that you left someone in their car seat. Two other things that are happening in this respect. One of them is a program here in Washoe County, pioneered by Safe Kids Washoe County in cooperation with the Washoe County Health Department. And that is getting the nursery schools and child care providers to find out and figure out what time a child arrives. And if that child is not there within a 15 to 30 minute window, pick up a phone and call a responsible. Melissa Kroll, who is the director of Safe Kids Washoe County, she is a social worker and a full-time employee of REMSA. Her title is Community Outreach Director for REMSA. Is the one coordinating that program. And fortunately, we've had no deaths in many, many years in this county due to kids being left in the car. And lastly, there's something you all can do. We have flyers. We have them this size, and we have big posters. And let me just pass these around. We need to get them out to the community. If you'd like to distribute them to your church, put them up at your places of work. If you have friends who have businesses, let me know. I can provide you with all the promotional material that you need. So remember, talk to your friends, talk to your kids if you're a grandparent, anyone who has little kids. These are preventable deaths. Let's help prevent them. Mr. Toastmaster.